The men came out of the shadows like monsters, suddenly awakened after a long sleep. 2 of them, emitting the acrid scents of cigarette smoke and grease, trapped within the coarse fabric of their coats. They lunged at me. These lumbering vessels of rage, hungry for the taste of enemy blood. Instinctually, I tensed to run. However, it was too late for escape. They were on either side, trapping me between them. I'd not been paying attention, and now I would pay for my lapse into daydreams and memories of the Tyrrhenian Sea. If I knew anything since coming to America, it was to be ever watchful, always suspicious, endlessly wary of the white men who lived in Boston and hated me because I was Italian. Screaming obscenities and racial slurs, they shoved me into an alleyway outside the tavern from which they most likely imbibed more than was good for a man. I was a doctor, and could have schooled them on the health risks that accompanied habitual drunkenness. They were clearly not interested. I'd almost made it home, so close. It was a cold, crisp autumn night, and I was only blocks from my apartment. I would have been safe behind my locked door, having a hot cup of tea, if I'd been a few minutes earlier. I thought at first they were robbers. Good luck finding much to take from me, as my pockets were empty. Would that make matters better or worse? But it was not money they were after. They beat me with their fists and kicked me with the steel tips of their boots. As I collapsed onto the dank dirt and curled up like one of those roly-poly bugs, I thought this time they might actually kill me. I was wrong. Preparing for the worst, I closed my eyes. But another kick didn't come. Instead, I heard a woman's voice shouting for help, followed by footsteps. I opened one eye. My assailants still stood above me. But they'd straightened. Coming toward us was a policeman carrying a baton, followed closely behind by 2 elegant ladies, one tall and flaxen-haired, with high cheekbones, the other short, with a round elfin face. Guardian angels? Or were they real? The men took off running in the other direction, with the cop following. The 2 ladies knelt over me. I could tell from their stricken expressions that my face must look pretty bad. "Sir, can you hear me? I'm Mrs. Mantle, and this is Heidi. We'll get you to a doctor." "I am a doctor," I said. "A doctor without a practice or patience. But I had the medical degree and the knowledge to heal. Too bad no one here wanted a doctor of Italian descent." "It's not necessary to call anyone. I'm fine, just a little bruised." I breathed in deeply to assess the damage. My ribs were sore but not broken. I sat up the best I could, humiliated by the state of my appearance. Light-headed, it was impossible to rise to my feet just yet. My nose bled profusely. I reached into my pocket to get my handkerchief and held it against my face. Dirt and filth from the alley had seeped into my suit.